kids, we have a really big question I have got to answer today. This is a question that I get occasionally. It's a question that runs through my head at the beginning of every session, and it is a question I see floating around in the photography space online a lot. And I don't think it's a hot topic, but I think I have a hot take on it, and I'm going to share it with you. And that question is, can you wear your Apple Watch in your photos? And you know what I say? Yeah, I say yes. I know it's a hot button topic for, I think, a good reason. I get why people are like, oh my God, take the watch off. It's like not appropriate, takes you out of the image. Here's why I think you should wear your watch in photos. First of all, if you're thinking, should I wear my watch, then you should. If you might not just right away be like, we're not doing that. I'm not wearing my watch in photos. And that's fine. That is also acceptable. But if you for a moment are like, what do I do? Then I say keep it. I wear my watch all day, every day. It is the one accessory you will find me in all the time. It is essentially an extension of me at this point. And so when it comes to taking photos of myself, my branding photos, I did some recently, I was like, I'm leaving my watch on because if you see me out in the world, I run into you at the library, we see each other at the grocery store, I show up to your photo session, it's on. And I think it is for most people too. When we did our family photos, I was like, I'm good with it because it's literally a part of our life right now. And I can't help thinking, when I look at our family photos, like 10 years from now and my kids are off to college and my life is so quiet, my house is like clean just all the time because there's no one around to mess with it anymore. I don't even know where technology is going to be at that point. So when I look at the photos of my family from 2024, I'm going to be like, oh my God, remember when we wore those watches all the time back before we got our text messages in the sky, whatever it might be. Technology is not my realm of knowledge, so who knows where we could be a decade from now, but it's just a part of real life now, and I like those little things, I think, that are a part of your real life should be shown in your real life photos. That being said, if you're like, I don't want that, I think it's too casual, I want to be a dressier, that's fine too. I have no beef with that. The only thing I really hate is when you show up to your session with the darkest watch tan of all time and you've taken your watch off. Because sometimes I think that the editing I'm going to do to smooth out your skin tone over your wrist is going to be more noticeable than the watch would have been in the first place. I often wonder that. I still am rocking my watch tan, and it is currently winter, and I live in the South. It's not so bad right now, but if I didn't have these on, it would be much more noticeable. That would be pretty subtle in photos. That wouldn't be so bad. But I'm like 60 days away from having the worst watch tan because this sucker's in the pool with us. Except for when I'm sleeping, I'm wearing it all the time. And that's why it's okay to have it in photos, because it's actually a part of my real life. And I love photos that kind of capture real life as it is today. Because it's not about just taking photos for today, for your grandma's wall today, for your Christmas card today. It's also about taking these photos that you're going to love and cherish years down the road. So why not kind of like embrace it, There's no right answer here. There's also no wrong answer here. But my answer, if you're asking me, do I leave my watch on? If you're thinking about it, leave it on.